If you get a diagnosis of cancer, you're automatically gonna freak out. It's just the way it's gonna be. I know I could use a medical term. Let's call it what it is. Full freak out mode. Plus, if you have a partner in your life, your partner or spouse is gonna spaz on you too. So we find out we got something, we gotta go after it. We gotta cut it, we gotta treat it, we gotta radiate, or we gotta do all of it, right? Wrong. I'm Clark Howard. Clark.com is my main website. I talk about money for a living. I'm also on the board of the Prostate Cancer Foundation. I'm 12 years in to being diagnosed with prostate cancer, never having had treatment, only what was initially called watchful waiting and now called active surveillance. Active surveillance is a protocol for people who have what's considered to be low-grade, slow-growing prostate cancer, which, as best we know, it's somewhere around 40% of men diagnosed with prostate cancer have low-grade, slow-growing prostate cancer. The problem is we don't know who that 40% is yet. We'll know in the future because it depends on having testing that will be able to say, you have prostate cancer, but yours is not a dangerous one. We don't have that ability now. So what I've had to do for 12 years is I have periodic testing. I'm on a schedule where I'm checked a number of ways to make sure my cancer's not growing and is not in any way life-threatening to me. So I've been on what's known as active surveillance longer than any guy I've ever talked to, because most people either find out later that they need treatment or they freak out and quit active surveillance, in my opinion, too early. When I was younger, people couldn't even say the word cancer because cancer was looked at as instant death, that if you were diagnosed with cancer, you were done. But today, cancer is, for so many of us, a disease that's managed, not a death sentence. I felt it was important to properly weigh the options, not jump right into treatment. It was not a walk in the park. I had initially biopsies every 6 months, had a PSA every 90 days, and then as my cancer showed no meaningful growth, the time period of testing stretched out and out and out till now I'm on a 2.5-year cycle. So more than a decade out, every 2.5 years, I have an MRI and then have a biopsy. I have a PSA test twice a year. So if my PSA number went crazy, then the 2.5-year cycle gets cut short. I decided that I was going to take charge in whatever way I could. So I lost weight. I weighed 215 pounds. This morning I weighed 171 pounds. I didn't lose weight all at once. I changed lifestyle and gradually lost weight. I had always been into exercise, but now I do some form of exercise every single day of the year. I do vigorous exercise. I do both aerobic exercise and I do yoga for strength training. And the greatest thing I got to tell any guy who is afraid to do yoga, at my age of 64, you get up in the morning and things ache and you have pains. Now I have no aches and pains. I get up in the morning and I feel great every day. Controlling your weight and exercising are only two of the components that are important. The third one is how you eat. I have no regrets at all about doing active surveillance. In fact, I believe in it so much that when a man, because I'm so public about my prostate cancer, that men come up to me everywhere. They come up to me at Costco, they come up to me in a restaurant, anywhere. They want to talk about the diagnosis they just got. And so I'll ask them a number of questions. And one of the things I ask first is, do you know what your Gleason score is? Which is an indicator of how serious your cancer is. And they'll give me a number and I'll say, remember, I'm just like you. I'm just a patient, not a doctor. But let me tell you what's available to you. So if they tell me they're a Gleason 6 or they're a Gleason 7, 3+4, which is so crazy for non-medical people, that a Gleason 7 can be terrible or bad depending on what the first number is. But anyway, I'll start talking about why I did active surveillance and why it's been such a great option for me. And I know after more than a decade in active surveillance that my good luck may run out, and then I'll have to make a treatment option choice. But it's worked for me so far, and it's bought me time to not have to worry about the side effects of any form of treatment. And the side effects can be really serious for a man. It can affect your ability to have sex, and it can affect your ability to control when you go to the bathroom. And you could even end up wearing adult diapers as a result of treatment. And nobody wants that, right? So active surveillance coupled with the lifestyle changes is an absolutely great choice for so many guys.